Well, good evening and welcome to another episode of Garden City Community Chat. This is show number 570. And welcome to our surrounding communities as well. It's Thursday, March 31st, 2022. We're so happy you could be with us tonight. We hope you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight, Garden City's very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom Mywinski. Tom, how you doing?
Doing well. Another wild week of weather in store for us, just like every other week.
Yeah. And also former Garden City Councilman and current president of the Garden City Kiwanis, Mr. Mike Jones. How are you, sir?
I'm excellent, Carrie, but I'm getting better. Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, tonight we're pleased to have Denise Stabley with us. She is the candidate running for Garden City Council, the 2-year term. She'll be here shortly, and we'll get to know a little bit about her and why she decided to run. We'll also try to answer any questions you may have as well, so be sure to stick around for that. Also, Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More is back with another tax talk for you. We're getting closer and closer to that tax deadline, so you'll want to hear what Joe has to say tonight. Mike will close out the show with some community announcements. I think we got quite a few tonight, Mike.
Yeah, I got a new marketplace.
Yep, the April marketplace is out, so we'll hit that too. But first up, our very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom, will be here with the latest weather forecast. Let's see if he can squeeze out some warmer temperatures for us. Jeez, I don't know.
Okay.
Grab your favorite beverage or snack and join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. Just a reminder for you to mark your calendars. April is booked, folks. We have some upcoming shows next week. April 7th, we're going to have representatives from the DTE here to talk about severe weather awareness, and our very own Garden City Fire Chief Kathy Harmon is hopefully going to join as well. They're going to talk about how to protect yourself, your family, and your home during any severe weather outbreak, and Dr. Tom will have some input on that as well. Then on April 14th, we're going to have Michelle Woodell here as our guest. She is running for Congress and wants to unite the 12th district. That's going to be the new district that we're going to be in. So we'll have to have a chance to get to know her.
Good.
On April 21st, our good friend Kim Marquette will be here to talk about Autos for Autism this year. There's going to be some changes there, so you'll want to listen to that. She'll probably have some events from the Straight Farmhouse she'll talk about as well, I'm sure, knowing Kim, right?
Yep.
They have a lot of stuff. And let's see. I also have April 20. Let me get this right now. April
28th.
Because I just scheduled it. April 28th. Walter Epps will be here, who is running for Wayne County Sheriff.
Hmm.
So you're going to want to mark your calendars for all those upcoming shows. We're going to be busy. I'm also, let's see. No, that's already done. So we'll skip that. Remember, if you have any questions or comments and you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, please go ahead and put them in the comment section. I'll get them up on the screen and hopefully get them answered for you. You can also text your questions to 734-788-9319. We also want to take a minute to say thank you to all of you who listen and support us every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We really appreciate your support, and we'll continue to promote our community and yours. And please continue to watch and share. Remember, if you have, if your community or organization has any events or announcements that you would like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
Oh, probably email us.
Exactly. Email the details to us at gcommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook at facebook.com/gcchat. And Mike, you'll be more than happy to pass that information along, right?
That is correct.
Okay, let's get Tom in here now with a check of the weather. Then we're going to spend some time chatting with our special guest, Garden City Council candidate Denise Stabley. So stand by for Tom. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Well, what do you think? Can you squeeze any warmer weather out for us?
I know. I feel like old man Winter decided to come back in and put his feet up, and he's having a good old time because we've seen much colder temperatures, especially today. All this week, we've seen him just sprinkle in just a little bit of his flavor through. We had seen some snow, we've seen some ice, and we've seen that pretty strong wind, especially early in the day today, and it brought in much colder air. And we're going to see the remnants of Old Man Winter continuing to impact us, and it's going to continue to bring in colder air, at least in the short term. So we'll dive right into it. As we get into the rest of tonight, we'll probably see overall the clouds really continuing. I don't really see a lot of breaks in the clouds. Temperatures are going to drop into the 30s. We're now in the 40s after starting the day in the 60s. So we're really dropping the temperatures down. And with that colder air mass moving in, it wouldn't surprise me. Now, don't get your tails in a twist, but it would not surprise me if we saw some lake effect snow bands to begin to move in during the overnight hours. Now, this isn't going to be inches of snow moving through. This is just going to be snow that's going to be in the air and probably coating a little bit on the cars in the decks, but it's not going to be anything to really speak of. The roads will be just fine, and everybody won't get it. It will just be on and off throughout the entire area. So I'm telling you, Old Man Winter just likes to linger this time of year, and it kind of really gets into everybody's skin, because you get one tease of a day when it's warm, and everyone gets excited and thinks it's here to stay. And unfortunately, that's not how Michigan rolls, unfortunately. And, as we get into the next few days, that will continue. As we get into Friday, overall, we're going to see the clouds finally decreasing a little bit, and we're going to see the sun finally reappear after quite some time being away again. And we'll see that evening sun, and temperatures won't really warm up too much. We're going to stay in the 40s tomorrow, low 40s for high temperatures. And then we're going to get into more colder air as we get into Friday night. We're going to see much more clear skies, and it's going to cool us down even more. And we're going to probably see temperatures in the 20s as we get into upper 20s, but yes, 20s. And it will definitely be our coldest night of the week. And as we get into the weekend, we're going to see the clouds build up again. We're going to see probably a lot of clouds this weekend, and I don't really see a whole lot of sunshine. Temperatures this weekend will be on the cool side. I don't really see them warming up too much. We're going to see temperatures right around 50 degrees on a Saturday and Sunday. So a little bit more, but a little bit warmer, but still kind of in the upper 40s to lower 50s. And those overnight temperatures will remain above freezing, but they'll remain probably in the mid-30s as we get into the overnight hours over the weekend. And over the weekend, I don't really see a whole lot of rain, just on Saturday night. So if you have any outdoor plans, if you want to get out and about, the weekend should be good if you want to do any outdoor activities. But then as we get into next week, we don't really see a whole lot of nicer weather to really speak of, a nice change in our weather pattern. We're going to kind of see the old Michigan weather really continuing. It's going to stay cloudy. It's going to stay rainy. It's going to stay cool, but I don't really see any winter precip. So we're staying just above that threshold. It's just going to be a colder rain as we get into next week. And this is not an April Fool's joke, because I know a lot of people are ready for the warm up. But as we get into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably into Thursday, I do see rain each and every one of those days. And this isn't going to be a rain that's going to be a soaking heavy rain. This will probably just be a light, steady rain from time to time throughout the work week. And temperatures all of next week will probably, again, stay fairly common. It will be probably into the 50s. So I don't really see a whole lot of warmer weather to really speak of. Some of the days we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s. Some of the days we'll see temperatures in the lower 50s. Wow. And some on and off rain all throughout all of next week. And not a whole lot of sunshine, unfortunately. I know a lot of people want a sunny, full day all throughout the day. We've seen a little bit of that, but it's going to probably take some time before we get back into that, as we're kind of in a trophy-ish pattern, if you will, as we get into next week. But I don't really see any accumulating snow, so that's all that people want to hear. They don't want to hear about accumulating snow this time of year, but overnight we'll probably see some snow flurries moving through, but nothing to really speak of. And expanding outward and quickly talking about some other weather, it's been fairly active. I mean, if you just watch the news, you see what's going on. It's been fairly busy across the southern United States for a second week in a row.
Terrible.
Last week they dealt with severe weather. This week they're dealing with it again. And a lot of tornadoes, a lot of damaging winds, a lot of flooding, and unfortunately a couple fatalities as well. So it's been staying fairly busy down there, and we don't want that here, but unfortunately this is the time of year where we begin to think about it. And all of next week's show, we will talk all about it. If you're not prepared after that show, I don't know where you should go, because we're going to cover every basis of it. And we like to prepare you. We don't like to scare you. Some of this may seem overwhelming at times, but it's better to be informed and prepared than to see a tornado outside and then you're like, what do I do? So we're going to try to prepare you. We don't ever want to see a tornado. I don't even remember the last time our area seen a tornado. That's how rare it is. But we can get some wicked weather here in Michigan, and
we'll talk about that next week.
We'll be talking all about that next week. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to stay tuned to all our local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and it will keep you updated as we get into more crazy Michigan weather.
Okay.
Question for Tom.
Yes.
Any long range predictions for a week from Friday?
I'm telling you, you're not the only person that has asked me that. So many people want to know about opening day, and we're getting there. And as of right now, we're probably going to be at the tail end of these weather systems moving through. So as of right now, it looks dry, but it's a little ways off. We'll have another update on next week's show. But as of right now, it looks cloudy and a little bit on the cooler side behind the system. So prepare for cool and cloudy weather on Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think.
Yeah. All right, let's give a shout out to a few people in there watching us tonight. We have Patty Fixes in there. How you doing? Former Councilwoman Kelly Kerwin is watching. Edison Lewis is watching. We also have Garden City Fire Chief Kathy Harmon is in there, who will be joining us next week. Sandy Abraham. Hello, Sandy. How are you? Lisa Poma is in there. Also, Mayor Randy Walker. How you doing, Mayor? Good to see you. And Robin Keller is in there. Robin Burton Keller. So quite a few people in there watching. I got like 14 others that I can't really see. So we'll see who that is. Maybe they'll pop in with some questions. All right, let's introduce our guest for tonight. She is a 25-year resident of Garden City and running for a seat on the Garden City Council. Please welcome Denise Stabley. Let's get her in here. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, Carrie. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me. Hi, Mike.
Absolutely.
Hi, Denise.
So, Denise, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided at this time to run for council?
Okay. So a little bit of my background. I grew up in the city of Detroit. I graduated from Detroit Western High School, and that's on the southwest side of the city of Detroit. From there, I went to work, right straight into the workforce. Had a husband and family, and then, I decided at the age of 40 to go back to school. So I finished my associate degree at Schoolcraft College and then moved on to U of M Dearborn, where I received my bachelor's in finance. And from there, I graduated with high honors, and, that's my education background. And after that, the kids were a little bit older, didn't really need mom. They were moving on doing their own thing.
Right.
And, I decided I needed to find some stuff to fill my time. And, the first thing I did was join the police academy, the Citizens Academy. and that's basically where we met face to face.
Mhm.
And as you know, that was a great program.
Oh, yeah.
We learned so much about what was going on in the city.
Mhm.
Bruce does a great job running that program.
Yeah, we were
And
actually
Mike,
first graduating class, and then Mike is the second
yeah,
graduating.
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah, it was
So
great.
it's a great program. I really enjoyed that. And,
It
that's
is.
kind of really what sparked my interest in getting more involved.
Mhm.
Um, every week, those guys were so fired up in all of their discussions and the things that they participate in the community. And I just kind of
Fantastic.
felt like they're kind of doing more than I am as a citizen here. And I felt like I need to do more myself.
Yeah, we should
So,
get more residents involved, really.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And following that, that was 2019 and there was an election going on in that year as well.
Mhm.
But I did get petitions to get signed, but unfortunately, several of those signatures fell off and weren't qualified, so I didn't get on the ballot that year.
Oh,
And
okay.
I just figured the time wasn't right if it wasn't meant to be. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
I thought, well, maybe next time.
So you're
So,
good to go now.
what I am, I am. I got those petitions signed and I got them submitted, and so it's official that I will be on the ballot
All
for
right.
this coming November or August if necessary for a primary.
Mhm.
Um, but
So
in doing the academy, those guys just really, got me fired up and interested in doing more here.
right, right. So what are some of the projects and events, volunteering? I know you did some volunteering. What else have you done?
Yeah, so when the kids were young, of course, involved with the school and sports activities and all of that. But
Mhm.
um, as I got out of the Citizens Academy, I got involved with the Garden City Goodfellows.
Mhm.
So that's a wonderful program. The people
Yes.
involved there,
Yes.
they've been involved for many, many years,
Yeah.
and they really lack sufficient help to get things, going there sometimes.
Mhm.
So I spend my time helping there. Prior to that, though, I did, as a family, we used to do the Make a Senior Smile,
Mhm.
with the
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
fall
Breaking the
cleanups.
leaves.
Oh, yeah, we were involved
Yep.
in that. Yep.
Yeah, we used to do that as a family, and we'd get some groups together and get out there and take care of those things. So
Yeah,
I
that
did
was a
that.
lot of fun. I'd like to see them bring that back once COVID gets under control, you know?
That would be really nice to see that come back because there's a lot of residents that need help with that kind of
Yeah, I
Yeah.
stuff.
know it was, our county commissioners, I think first Richard LeBlanc and then, Glenn
Glenn
Anderson.
Anderson,
Yeah, hopefully.
Actually, I
correct?
think Diane started it.
Yes, I think you're right. Diane Webb. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think so. And then Richard, I continued it.
Yeah. And do the is it the Westland JCs that kind of were they
Yeah,
involved with
JC's.
that
They
Yeah.
helped for a year
a
or
while?
two, and then
And
and then we had some bad weather for one of the days we had it scheduled, and they
right,
didn't get involved, and they haven't gotten back involved.
right,
Oh,
right.
okay.
And
Yeah,
I
I'd like
know
to see
Lowe's
that come
is a big
back.
help too, Lowe's.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
They,
they donated a lot of,
uh,
the bags and all of the stuff for the cleanup.
Right.
And
right.
yeah, so that was great. And I mean, I've helped with the chili cook-off. I do the police open house. I
Mhm,
volunteer there,
mhm.
because I enjoy, working with them.
Yeah.
It was great to form some friendships with some of the people there.
Yes.
Um, the chili cook-off. Um, I've done the trunk or treat, and hopefully I can do more with that as we move forward.
Awesome.
But
Sounds like,
I'm
sounds
trying
like,
to do more
yeah. Yeah.
as I can because I do have some time on my hands, and that's part of why I wanted to do this as well.
Mhm, mhm. So look, one of the hot topics in the community is the library. Residents are going to
Yes,
want to know your
yes,
thoughts on the library situation. Would you share any of those thoughts now?
sure, sure. It is a hot topic for residents.
Yeah.
It is,
In
I
litigation.
think it's polarized.
Yeah.
For people, it's either you're people feel like they're, for the library or against the library. And I think a library is important for a community. We used it as a family when my kids were little. I supported the millage for the new building. I would love to see that, come to fruition. The lawsuit, I think, is it's disappointing that it came to that.
Yeah.
I really wish that they could have come to an agreement themselves or even solved it through binding arbitration, because I really feel that as taxpayers, either way in this situation, we're losing. The only ones winning here are the attorneys. They're going to collect all of their fees,
Good
and
point.
it can get dragged out for who knows how long. And I just wish that it could have been resolved a lot sooner.
It's a shame. Yeah, it had to go that far. And you're right. It has polarized a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope they can get it resolved and resolve quickly. And,
well, it's already in that litigation phase. So I don't know that it will be quickly by any means, because the courts are so backed up because of COVID and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So backed
the sooner the better, but it's going to take some time, I think.
Yep. Let's see. We got a couple
Garden City suing Garden City just doesn't make any sense.
No.
Yeah. We all lose as taxpayers with that. So
I would love to see an actual library building. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the plan, but we have to wait until they, are ready to do that. If they could break ground sooner than later, that would be great, because, so many residents here are, contributing to that millage with our tax dollars, and some may move out before we even get to benefit from it, so if it could be done sooner than later, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because I think it could only help our community, to have something like that. It would just be an exciting thing for residents again.
That's a great point you made there, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How about your thoughts on purchasing Schoolcraft College property? Boy, that was really exciting, huh?
Yeah, that was really exciting. I sat in on that meeting, when Schoolcraft presented, and having a community where they could. We don't have a lot of land where you can do new development,
right?
But the opportunity to acquire that building and move the Parks and Rec and so many things over there will just benefit our community tremendously. I was at the Parks and Rec meeting last week where they toured the facility. The board did, and there's just so much that can come out of that. Because
there's a lot of potential.
Facilities. So it would be great for this community.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a destination for Garden City. It really is. If they play the cards right, boy, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. I mean, there are other communities that have, recreational facilities that we just haven't been able to provide our own residents.
Right.
So this is a wonderful opportunity, and I just would love to see what's going to happen with that.
Okay, a couple comments here we'll put up. Lisa says you make a lot of sense. Yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
Kelly Kerwin says good luck, Denise.
Thanks, Kelly.
Mrs. Chat, you are absolutely right about the library. Lisa also, we would all love to see a new library right here in our city. Yep.
Yeah. It would invigorate things, I think, tremendously for, the residents.
Yeah. Mrs. Chat, what'd she say here? We definitely live in a great community. It's wonderful to see our residents involved, volunteering, making Garden City a better place. You have our support, Denise.
Thanks. Yeah, I was just talking with someone a little earlier, and, that's one of the things that, we do get a lot of residents that show up and volunteer, but unfortunately, it's typically the same faces over and over and over again.
Exactly.
And we really need to
that.
Yeah, with Kiwanis and all of those people, it's the same.
Right.
And it would just be nice to really be able to bring more younger residents, with their families into these opportunities to volunteer.
I got a question from Robin Keller. What are your thoughts on food trucks within the city? So many good food trucks are not allowed due to the criteria. I would love to see a variety of food trucks at northwest corner of Ford and Merriman.
Ford and Merriman. Well, the food
Yeah.
trucks,
That's
you
it.
know, I think, you know, the city allows them to be with the city sponsored events. The limitations that it's put on some of the businesses, you know, it's challenging. I don't know how much those contribute, you know, to the community by being in those businesses, or how often they would be used. But having a food truck rally at, you know, one of these locations, you know, would be great, because people love the food trucks now.
Well, that brings me to my next question, and I've always thought that our city park is one of our best assets and
Yes.
treasure to the community. What would you like to see added or improved to make it even more appealing and used?
You know, that's kind of interesting. My kids, you know, they learned how to swim at City Park. You know, they were part of that summer heat program. They got some summer swimming lessons there. And I know it's terribly expensive, you know, and probably difficult. I don't even know if it's a possibility now. But having a community pool, again, I think would be great for residents, but I don't know that we'll ever get there.
I think the
I do.
liability is really expensive for that.
Well, they
Yeah.
also had leakage problems. They couldn't solve the problems with the pool leaking.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that was just an age problem, you know, with that facility. But, you know, I think we really miss out on something for our kids, you know, not having that. But, you know, there are other things that we can have there. I think we as a community, we have a lot of residents who love hunting and fishing and all of those things. You know, maybe we could have like an outdoor archery range or something in there somewhere, or, you know, a dog park where you can have your dogs off the leash and play. I think we lack that here, and the park is big enough for that. I think that would be great for some of our residents to have, to go to, because most of us end up, if you've got to take your dog, you know, to the dog park, you're going to like Hines or, you know, some other community.
Right.
It would be nice to
You
have
have to
something
go
like
to
that
another
here.
community. That it's frustrating. It really is. And you know, we do it and we hate doing it, but you know.
Yeah, and you guys have done a great job with music in the park. You know? I mean, that
well, we're going to have food trucks there, which, you know, they pay to be there, and you know, that's bringing people into the city. You know, anything we can do to bring the people into the community, you know.
Yeah, and the GCBA, you know, starting to build upon that and trying to grow that, I think will be really good as well.
Yeah, I know the Parks and Rec sent, I think, a couple of different surveys out to the residents to see, you know, what they would like to see in the park. And I don't know, you know, how that went, but maybe you know something.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I haven't either.
On that.
Yeah,
but you know, I know, you know, there's a lot of space there in the park, and I know that they're planning on replacing, you know, the playground equipment for the little ones.
Yeah,
and
they're getting money for that, I guess.
Yeah, that'll be
Robin
really
says
good.
she'd like to see a basketball court. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Robin also says, I remember the annual pass sewed to my
the pass was sewed.
Yeah. It was in the 60s. The pool was, boy, that's going back there.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, my kids were at the summer heat program in the log cabin there.
Yeah, Kathy Ward, she says she votes for a pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be nice. Let's see what it says. Jackie Wells says, wish I could vote for you from Texas.
Me too.
Are you watching from Texas? Wow.
She's an old friend. Yes.
We reach far, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, those are my supporters.
Right.
Denise, you're running for a 2-year term?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, you know,
is that the same thing that Stacy would be running for?
No. I think Stacy, is going to run for 4-year mayor. I think she pulled, you know, petitions for both. If she's still waiting to decide on what she's going to do there. But, you know, when Kelly had to resign her position, Stacy fill that until the next regular election, because as you know, we don't have 2-year terms here any longer.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna, fill the balance of Kelly's term, if I'm elected for the 2-year.
And that'll get your feet wet. You'll get a little more experience and hopefully go
Correct.
from there, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good.
Yeah, I pulled for the 2-year and the 4-year, but when you have incumbents that are running, it's a little more challenging, and I don't think that I would be very successful against, the incumbents for the 4 years.
Here's a good question here. Our infrastructure needs to be addressed. Now, somebody on Facebook today, well, they made a good point, kind of a good point. Why fix the roads now when you're going to have to dig them up to fix the broken water mains that are breaking through the city? There's a lot of old water mains.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's going to be coming up again too, the road millage.
Yeah, the road millage is going to be, I don't know if the council has voted to,
On the
put it
August,
on the
it's
ballot. It is
going to be on the
August.
August ballot.
Yes,
Okay.
August ballot. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, road money, what we've got to work with,
Mm-hmm.
our roads are crumbling, right?
Oh, they're terrible.
And if they let them go and waited until all the infrastructure was fixed, then, I think we'd have a lot more issues.
Hey,
Right.
So-
my road's great.
What's that?
Your road is great. Oh, do you?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
live on
he has
Holland?
a tear out. Yeah.
We
Rub
got
it in, Mike. Rub it in.
Well,
Right.
I'm just off of Harrison where they replaced, from Cherry Hill all the way down to Ford Road. Well,
Yeah.
no, it was from Marquette all the way down to Ford Road because that was really bad.
Yeah,
But that's probably been more than 10 years ago now, I think.
yeah. Well, we're on the
So-
west end of Garden City, and the roads are horrendous.
Mhm.
We got
Donnelly.
the chip seal. Yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't thrilled with that. Opal Loveland has something here. Knowing how to swim could end up being a life-saving skill. It directly enhances the quality of life for our youth. If not a city pool, a program with the school is hoped for. Yeah. Now I think Derek, when he was on, our superintendent, Derek Fisher, he said that they're hopefully going to open that pool up to the public as well. So
I believe that's true.
yeah.
that used to be part of like the community
Right.
Parks and Rec where you could.
And it's going to be beautiful when they're done over there.
Mhm.
A lot of work.
Yeah. So
Kathy
I mean, they're
Harmon, my road
doing
was
good
done
things.
2 years ago. Major improvement. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I
Mine
think
too.
we do have
Okay, Mike.
infrastructure issues, but we've got to deal with what we've got right now, I think. And
Yeah, you're right.
if we let it go, then residents would just be
Yeah.
very upset, I think. So
You can't do it all, at once. It's just, hopefully we're going to get some money from the feds and from the state, and we'll use that money for something, I'm sure.
yeah,
This is
that
Chad.
Act 51 money, I think, can
Yeah. Wayne is
do
happy.
something.
You
Wayne-
can't do enough roads with Act 51.
Right.
We got much greater needs than what Act 51 can do. That gives us a street a year.
Yeah.
We
Right.
need more than that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get some money, I
Yeah.
think, from the feds, state, and Wayne County. So stand by.
Yeah, but the millage is important.
Yeah, that's
It's
important. We need
it's unfortunate that we have to do this, funding as residents. But if we don't do it, the state and the Fed really isn't going to step in, I think, and take care of all of this for us. So as much as we can do as residents,
Mhm.
it hits everyone's pocketbooks, and that's never easy. But we've done it once, and now they're just going to ask for the renewal, and
Yeah,
hopefully,
it's a renewal,
people.
right? Right.
Right.
It's not more money.
Yeah.
Mr. Chat said Wayne is having a weekly food truck event with different trucks featured every week. It is a city endorsed, and folks from other cities will undoubtedly come to their downtown, probably shop and spend time. It's a win-win. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, Lucky Squirrel has drawn so many people into the downtown area there every,
Mhm.
month in the summer.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of food that is served there from the trucks and the vendors as well.
Mhm.
But, maybe we could do something like that at City Park, have a food truck event.
Yeah.
It draws crowds.
Yeah,
No
those
doubt.
rallies, I'm telling you, they're very popular, very popular.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Where is it occurring? I don't know what she's talking about there. So let's see. We covered the park. We covered your volunteering. What else did you want to mention before we?
Well, I would just ask that, you know, I know that people want change. A lot of people are very discontent with the current council, and I really would like to see that kind of resolve, though. I don't like that, you know, that we hear a lot of things that people are dissatisfied with the individuals on council. But I feel like they're residents just the same as the rest of us. I don't think that, you know, they really want to do anything that is going to harm anyone. You know, we all have to take ownership, you know, of our own responsibilities, and I would like to see some of that improved. And if I can help with that, I'd like to be able to do that. So I hope people will consider me, you know, when they go to the polls this fall.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of division there as well on the council. And yeah, people need to start working together instead of against one another. And let me tell you something right now. Nothing is going to be resolved on Facebook. You can put stuff out there on Facebook till you're blue in the face. If you don't talk to the people and get it resolved, you're not going to get anything done on Facebook. So
yeah, I mean, we see a lot of people
used right.
A lot of people in some of the groups, you know, that they will mention something, you know, that is happening on their property, and, you know, they may not reach out to council or city manager and, you know, try to get it resolved that way. You know, and there's a lot of talk of the, you know, the sidewalk replacement ordinance and, you know, things like that are upsetting people. But, you know, it's something that has to be done, I think.
Yeah, that's how a lot of bad information gets out there, and a lot of rumors start that way. So go right to the horse if you want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they've all got email. You know, they all have the ability to be reached out to. And I think if people can do that more, we might see things get a little more attention.
Jerry, one of our fellow graduates, he says, why couldn't we have food truck rallies at the space Lucky Squirrel uses on a weekend? They aren't using it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think this year, I think Kim said that for the Lucky Squirrel, they're only going to be doing May and September this year, I think. They're not going to be doing through the entire summer is my understanding.
Yeah.
So there will be time, maybe, you know, Jerry, we need to get somebody, you know, to spearhead that. So
yeah, there you go.
Maybe I'll take that on.
Yeah. Lisa,
I think they have 3 lucky squirrels.
You have possibly secured my vote for you. Thank
you.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Kathy Ward, we never met Denise, but I like you already.
Thanks. That's what this is
number
for.
one fan, Kathy Ward.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not personal. I think the city needs new leadership, fresh ideas. Well,
yeah.
They're always open to fresh ideas.
Well, you know, some of that is, you know, I think the same as the volunteers that show up at events. When you have the same people that are just running for office, if you don't have anyone that's going to challenge you,
right,
then, you know, we're going to end up with the same people again and again. So if people aren't stepping up and
the ones
putting their foot in the race,
the ones doing the most complaining are the ones that need to be stepping up and getting on the ballot, right? If you can do any better, go ahead, run.
They certainly could, you know. So I think I'm up for the challenge and trying to do that and to help where I can.
Yeah. Facebook seems to be where everyone goes to complain and only like-minded people are allowed to weigh in. Yeah,
that happens sometimes.
That happens.
Yeah.
Robin, thanks for being open and transparent with your ideas. A lot of great comments in there. Really nice.
That's nice to hear.
Kelly,
I
yes.
appreciate that.
Let's see. Denise is a super friend and a great person.
Patty and Nora, those are my girls.
Yeah, they're awesome. Awesome. They do.
Yep. Yep. I've known them for 24 years now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Been here 25 and I've known them for 24.
Sherry Lynn Bauer, I agree with you. If you want to make a change, you gotta run. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You have to step up if you want to see the change.
Pardon my French, just don't bitch on Facebook. Get out there and do something about it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Facebook is a waste of time, but Carrie and I have a philosophical disagreement on that.
Well, if it's used right, it's a great tool. It really, really is. I mean, look at me.
But too often it isn't.
Podcast, you know.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I can see that, but
and I don't get sucked in or reeled into a lot of that crap either. So
yeah, that's one of the things I think with going through the Citizens Academy.
Yeah.
You know, there were people that, you know, after we did that I would say, you know, some really negative things about the police. And,
yes.
You know, there was only one time that I made a comment, you know, to someone.
Yeah,
and
sometimes you can't bite your tongue.
Yeah, but sometimes if you get into it, you'll go down a rabbit hole with people, and it's just not worth it.
Exactly.
Because they don't know. They're not walking in their shoes, you know. And I've done the police academy and the Garden City University, and I've listened, you know, to what those departments and people are dealing with. And, you know, I think that people kind of need to take a step back and try to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Darlene,
you might have a different opinion.
Darlene Jablonski says, thank you for coming out and giving us a chance to get to know you. She
You're
is
welcome.
president of the school board.
Hi, Darlene.
For joining us, Darlene. Appreciate that. And let's see, we got a few others that are in there watching. I just wanted to mention Mark Mukovitz, Marty Janes watching as well. So thank you all. A lot of good questions and comments. And your contact information. If people want to get a hold of you, the email is right there on the screen.
Denise and Stabley. As you know, I created a page for Friends of Denise Stabley. You know, so I will be posting there, you know, all of the events that I will attend and participate in. And if anyone wants to email or send me questions, please feel free to do so.
Well, I think you answered a lot tonight, and people got to know you a little bit more. And I think,
that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing, you know, that you know, people are hearing my name, but they haven't had a chance to meet me or know anything about me. So thank you for this opportunity, Carrie. That's really given me that platform. Anytime.
And thanks for taking the time to come on the show. We appreciate it. I know you're busy.
You're welcome.
And feel free to come back anytime. You want to come back before the election, after the election?
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever
absolutely, I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, as we get closer, you know, to election time, you know, at this point, I don't even know who the competition is because, you know, all of the petitions have to be in by April 19th.
Right, April 19th, I think.
We've still got a few weeks.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So then we'll see, you know, where things kind of lay and what it's going to look like going forward.
Yep. Mike, any comments? Any questions?
No, I'm just glad to see Denise being willing to get involved, because my experience has been the longer you're on the council or school board or whatever, the more people you tick off.
Yeah,
sooner,
you know,
sooner or later you really need some blood.
Well, Carrie, you know, our friend Doug from the police academy, he asked me, you know, why I was doing this, and I said, well, you know, just kind of jokingly, I said, well, because I want half the community to hate me and write bad things about me on social media. So,
it'll take a while before half the community hates you.
I hope I don't get to that point.
That's funny. Yeah. Funny. Lisa says, thank you, Carrie. Your show lets the residents get to meet and greet these folks who want run for council. Let's hope. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. You know, that's what we try to do here. Anyone out there that's you know, running for anything, you know, contact us.
Sure. It's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
I had a request from a candidate for mayor that wants to be on.
Yeah? Who's that?
Mark Jacobs.
Okay. Well, he's got to know how to log in on this.
I'm sure he can handle that.
He's
He
technically
just wants to know that he'll be welcomed.
Yeah. Anyone that's running for any office, you're always welcome to come on our show. That's what we're all about. Promoting
Yes, sir.
me and others. Yep. Well, look, we really appreciate it, Denise. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and
I did. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad that you had time to stop by. And please come back anytime. Okay.
I will do that. I will
All
get
right.
something set up as we get closer.
All right. You have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, you too. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Denise Stabley. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
Some fresh blood. We need it.
Yep. Once again, you can contact Denise at Denise Stabley. That's Stabley, the number 4, GCCC@gmail.com. And she's also got a Facebook page, Friends of Denise Stabley. Check it out. A lot of good information she's going to be putting up there. Let's see. Kim Marquette just joined us. Hi, Kim. Hope you're doing well. Lisa, thank you again. Kim Marquette is going to be on
3 weeks.
Yep, 3 weeks she's going to be on. So we're looking forward to that.
Yep.
All right, let's get Joe in here now, and then we're going to close out the show with Mike. So stand by. Where is Joe?
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Tax Talk with Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and more. So this evening, we're going to talk about kind of an uncomfortable subject, but it's something that does need to be discussed. And it seems the older we all get, the more and more frequently that we see it. And that's what happens when someone passes and they have accounts or property or money. And that's where it's important to have things in place before this happens. And even if you haven't necessarily reached the point to where you consider yourself elderly, it's a good idea to have something in place. Now, if you're married, most of your assets are going to go directly to the spouse. That's kind of an automatic. Now, if you are a widow or single, there are some different things that may happen when you pass. Now, most insurance policies, annuities, IRAs, assets like that usually have some kind of beneficiary on there.
Right.
So any of those would go right to the beneficiary, avoiding any probate or anything like that. Also, it's a good idea to put on a POD, which is pass on death, on different accounts or properties. And that will be able to let you name a beneficiary, again, without going to probate, which can cost a lot of times a lot of money and a lot of heartache. So it's good to spell things out beforehand. Now, certain things are going to go through probate if there's no beneficiary named, and things like assets that are owned by the descendant, assets such as an estate, if there's no designated beneficiary, if there's no kind of joint ownership, any kind of wages, things like that may have to go through probate. Now, again, if to avoid probate, if you have a joint tenancy, that will avoid probate, or anything that has a beneficiary or a POD. So it's a good idea to get everything in place. Now,
living trust.
You should do a final return when someone passes and include any kind of income that is has been given through the year before the death. Now, you'll want to have an executor or a power of attorney, something of that sort, that can actually sign the final tax return, as well as if there's a refund, that person would be able to have access to any refund. Otherwise, it just kind of stays out there, and it could get wrapped up in a court proceeding. So it's good to have things in place, an executor in place, and taking care of the paperwork at tax time. So there's a lot of things that we all need to prepare for, and it's never an easy subject, but it will make things so much easier at tax time, what people are responsible for. So talk to an attorney. If you don't have a will or a trust, make sure your beneficiaries are up to date, and hopefully that will avoid problems. Unfortunately, sometimes during death and when there's things to be divided, sometimes people suddenly don't get too nice. So you want to keep the infighting down as much as possible. So I hope that helps. That kind of is a little bit beyond the tax scope, but ultimately it does have taxes at the end of it all. So if I could be of service to anyone, I'm Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. We're located at 29217 Ford Road, Suite 104 in downtown Garden City. The best way to get a hold of me is to email joe@jandjtaxesandmore.com, or to call the office and talk to my lovely assistant, who happens to share the same last name, 734-523-8291. Thanks, and have a great week.
All right. Good job.
Hey, I would recommend a living trust.
Yes.
And avoid probate.
Makes it a lot easier.
If at all possible.
Yep. Because let me tell you, family can be the worst sometimes. I'm telling you.
And the only people that benefit from probate are the lawyers.
Yeah.
And the judges and what have you.
Correct. Yep.
Beneficiaries and its family don't benefit.
Right. They're going to get their money. All right. Just a quick announcement. I believe they're still looking for people, but Mike and I serve on the Commission on Aging for Garden City, and we are looking to fill 2 positions. If you are 60 years or over, a resident of Garden City and not currently serving on any boards for the city, and you're interested, please contact us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook, and I'll pass your name and information along to the chairperson. And it's fairly easy, and we do a lot of good things for the seniors, right, Mike?
Right, and it's not a big time commitment.
No, once a month. Second,
an hour.
Yeah, free coffee and donuts.
A side benefit.
Yeah, that's a little perk there for you. So, yeah, if you're interested, give us a jingle, and we'll be more than happy to welcome you to the club. All right, I wanted to mention, if you are a small business owner and would like to feature your business on our show, contact us by email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook. We're here for you and would love to hear from you and want you to be a part of our show and help you promote your business. It might also be a great idea to contact the Garden City Business Alliance, who is at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. They are the city's chamber, basically. So you'll want to contact them. The next city council meeting will be Monday, April 11th, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6,000 Middlebelt Road. We're also going to do back-to-back budget meetings, April 4th and 7th, and they are held at the police station at 6 p.m., and you're welcome to join that as well. Those are not on TV, though, so you have to do that in person. These council meetings are a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you may have as well. All right, Mike, you ready, buddy?
I'm ready, Gary.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, for me.
All right.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, it'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's a lie, 'cause it'll be the day when I die. What you got, Gary?
All right, good job. Let me bring them up, and we will get those going for you. All right, there you go.
Tai Chi classes on Wednesdays, beginners 11:15 to 12:15, and advanced from 12:30 to 1:30 at the Maplewood Community Center. Great way to stay balanced.
Yes.
cardio strength training. Saturdays at 9 a.m. Call 734-793-1850 to register. This is also held at Maplewood Community Center.
Mm-hmm.
Lead can be found in paint in homes built before 1978. Well, that's mine.
Yeah, that's a
Dust,
PSA.
soil, and more.
Yep.
Pick up an information tote at the Maplewood Community Center information desk that includes helpful tips on how to keep your family safe and some cool giveaways too.
Yeah, that's a nice PSA. And don't forget, if you feel that you have lead water lines, you contact the city and they're going to do it. They'll do it for free. So get those lead water lines out of there. We had ours done and we're good to go. So it didn't take them long at all. So.
Oh, Home Pantry needs volunteers. They need one volunteer to work in the pantry on Thursdays, mornings from 8:45 to 12:30, and one volunteer to pick up food once a month on any Wednesday at Gleaners on North Line Road and bring it to Maplewood. You can call 734-793-1859 for more information.
Yep.
Yoga classes Monday at 5 p.m., Thursday at 5:45 at the Maplewood Community Center. They have punch cards. They're $24 for residents, $32 for non-residents. Drop-ins are $6.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on at Maplewood.
Yep. Cardio drumming, ages 13 and over, $5 drop-in. Maplewood's gym on Wednesdays from 6 to 7. Bring your own set of ball, base, and sticks, or rent a stick for $5 or purchase one for $30.
Mm-hmm.
Softball registration, spring and summer registration is available now. Registration is available online. Bring it on. You can go to GardenCityMI.org/parks. Compost resumes April 1st.
Tomorrow.
We got about 5 bags in our garage just waiting for that to start.
Yep.
Compost must be put out on your regular trash day. Please put the compost in brown bags or marked garbage cans. Yard waste stickers are available at the DPS and City Hall. Bags or cans cannot weigh more than 50 pounds. Branches can be no longer than 4 feet in length, and they need to be bundled. Separate compost collection from garbage collection by 5 feet? I don't know. Yard waste placed in improper containers or mixed with regular garbage will not be collected.
Oh yeah, it's got to be separated from your regular garbage by 5 feet.
Right.
Yeah, right. They do a pretty good job too. So if it's done
right, put your garbage out, you put your recyclables out, and you put your lawn waste out.
Very simple.
Household hazardous collection waste collection. It's going to be Saturday from 8 o'clock to 1. This is over at Westland Shopping Center, I believe.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Westland Shopping Center, 35,000 West Warren Road.
Yeah, this is a good way for you to clean your garage out, get rid of the old paint and computers and cell phones. They'll take everything. So
batteries,
antifreeze, motor oil, gasoline.
Yeah. All the stuff you don't want dumped down the drain into the waste
exactly
system.
They'll take care of it properly, and hopefully you'll get that done.
It's pretty easy. There's usually a long line of people doing it, but you don't have to get out of your car.
Goes pretty quick.
Yeah. Dog vaccination day in Westland. Low-cost dog vaccinations, microchips, and licenses are free to Westland veterans. This is also going to be on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Dog vaccinations for only $20, microchips for only $10. On-site Westland dog licenses for only $12. Westland Car Care Towing, they're thanking them for sponsoring it. I don't know, can I read it? There's that fine print.
No, that's okay. They know
All
where
right.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Okay. Great day.
Wow.
Maplewood Community Center. Also Saturday, 11 a.m. $6.
Yep.
I'm not sure what all's involved in that great day, but
Yeah, I guess
it
they're
must
just
be
gonna do
great.
some crafts. Yeah.
Camp Garden City are now hiring staff. Drop-in interview nights
One more interview left.
on April 5th
Yep.
from 5 to 7 for ages 16 and over. Leadership, teamwork, communication, and you can make up to $16 an hour. So
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good money.
yeah, for a high school kid.
Yeah.
Adult Kickball League, April 8th to June 17th. On Fridays, 6 p.m. Single games, 10 by 10 teams, $200 per team. It runs for 8 weeks. You can register online at gardencitymi.org/parks.
Mm.
See how they're on.
Fisher.
Oh yeah, this is our old friend Lynn Fisher over at Inspire Theater. Their new play is going to be See How They Run by Philip King. It's on the Friday and Saturday shows are on April 8 and 9, 15, 16, 22, and 23 at 7:30. And the Saturday and Sunday shows are on April 10th, 16th, 23rd, 24th, 2 o'clock p.m. Tickets are $17. You can go to inspiretheater.ticketleap.com. Yep. They're located at 33455 Warren Road in Westland. Call 734-751-7057. Yeah. They're about halfway between Vinoy and Wayne Road on the south side of Warren.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a nice little theater over there. If you've never been there, I want to check it out. It's really, they do a great job. Len does a great job. So,
yeah, okay.
Gateway Church in Westland.
In Westland wants to invite you to join them for their annual Easter egg hunt on April 9th. Hunt begins at 11 a.m. They're going to have amazing prizes. They're breaking it down into 3 age groups. First group is ages 0 to 4. The second group is ages 5 to 7. And the third group is ages 8 to 12.
Yep. It's on Cowan and Westland. Yep.
Okay.
A lot of Easter egg stuff going on.
Dearborn Heights is having an Easter marshmallow drop. Parks and Recreation is sponsoring that. It's going to be on Saturday, April 9th. Free entry, free prizes. It runs from 12 to 3. There'll be a helicopter drop at 12:30, a variety show, a stilt walker, and face painting, and you can get your photo taken with the Easter Bunny. They're located. This is going to be located at the Canfield Community Center, 1801 North Beach Daily in Dearborn Heights. It's for ages 2 to 12. Call 313-791-3600. Sponsored by Target.
Yep.
Garden City Parks and Recreation is having an egg hunt. A free event to 3 different age groups: 0 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 10. This will be located on April 16th at 9:50 p.m. at the City Park ball fields.
Yep. They got, I think I heard 10,000 eggs that they filled. Wow. So, yeah, it's a lot of eggs.
Garden City High School's project graduation class of 22 is having a fundraiser event at Sports Venue on Saturday, May 7th from 12 to 12. A bake sale, raffles, 50-50, Blackstone, and Truly Cooler O Fun giveaway.
Yeah, Blackstone Griddle, man, that's awesome. I love mine. Yeah. I got one. Let me tell you, they're awesome. Hey, I want to say hi to Paul Werhan is in there watching us.
Yeah.
Also,
I met you at the council meetings, Paul.
Last week's guest was Scott Archer's in there watching. Fawn Salvador. Also, Derek Parton from D&D Sports Chat. He's in there. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, what else we got here? Oh, wacky.
The Wacky Science Show, 12 p.m. on May 14th, ages 4 to 12. $5 for a child, $2 for siblings at the Maplewood Community Center, 31735 Maplewood Street.
Yep.
Become a vendor at the Westland Farmers and Artesian Market. Visit www.westlandfarmersmarket.com to get the 2022 vendor application and market policies. Markets runs from May 26th to October 13th.
Yeah, they got a beautiful market over there. Really nice.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Yeah.
An indie art and craft jam, Sunday, May 22nd, and also on September 25th. Local makers, live music, good eats at 5005 Central Garden City on the northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt. Last day dog rescues shop and adopt event. Saturday, May 28th. You need another dog, Gary. You really should go to this. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Garden City Park, 200 North Log Cabin in Garden City, Michigan. You can meet available dogs.
Yeah.
We have 30 plus vendors there.
Wow. And face painting. Yeah, I know what would happen if I went over there. That's for sure.
You come with a dog.
Yeah, I would. Hey, this
Music
is
in the Park. Sponsored by the Garden City Business Alliance and presented by Gordon Chevrolet. There's 3 dates. Yep. June 23rd. The sponsors or the performers are Simeon Smith. July 21st, the Smith Factor, and August 18th, Taylor Tuckey. And they're including it with that this year, a shop and play event.
Yep.
And so it's organizations that want to sell something or offer something to play can register. I picked up a registration form. I'm going to see if the Kiwanis might find something to do.
Yeah, sure.
We have our meeting next week, Wednesday. No, not next week. Yeah, next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, sure. Yep. I believe they're still looking for sponsors too. So if you have a business, you want to sponsor it, get a hold of them. GardenCityAlliance.org or email them.
Charities like the Kiwanis and so forth don't even have to pay for their table. They can just let them know what you want to do, and they will let you do it.
Yeah, Scott just posted looking for sponsors and nonprofits to run the carnival games. There you go.
All right.
Sign up, people. Come on. And let's see. I think that's it.
Let me see if I got anything for the marketplace that we haven't already mentioned.
Okay.
We talked about Lucky Squirrel.
Let me just make sure.
St. Thomas is having their world famous fish fry. There's 3 more, April 1st, 8th, and 15th. 31530 Beechwood Street. They have a great menu. You can get haddock and mashed potatoes and coleslaw and fries and
boy, we went by there the other day. It was packed.
Yeah, they usually have a great turnout for that. Marshmallow Drop, we talked about. How they run, we talked about.
GCBA vicepres@gmail.com. It's on the screen there. Any volunteers, nonprofits, and sponsors. Yeah, there's the
Parents' Night Out. We've been mentioning that.
Check that out. You can pick that up.
Second Friday of every month.
A lot of places.
Another Easter egg hunt. A road rally for distinguished young women of Wayne County Scholarship fundraiser.
Huh.
1 team per car, $10 per person. Includes prizes, a 50-50 raffle, and more. Cash bar, light food available for purchase. It'll be on May 14th at 5:30 at the Notre Dame Hall, 3144 South Wayne Road in Wayne, Michigan. To reserve your spot, email Wayne-Westland at distinguishedyw.org.
Did you mention the parents' night out that they're having now?
Yeah, I
Every second
mentioned
Friday?
it. Parents' night out on the second Friday of every month,
Yeah,
5:30 to 8.
it's a good deal.
There's going to be crafts, games, fun, and pizza. $10 for a child, $5 for a sibling. You must register the Monday before each event date.
Yeah, nice way to take your better half out. Go have dinner or
Yeah,
something.
get away from the loving kids
Right,
for a night.
exactly.
Let somebody else deal with them. I think
Yeah.
that's all I see that we didn't already cover.
Okay, that was a lot of
Yep,
stuff. It's
a
starting
lot
to
of stuff
pick up.
going on.
Yep, starting to pick up.
Weather's getting warmer and there's more and more events.
Exactly. So stay tuned. We're going to have them here. If you have any events or anything, send that information to us. We'll get it out
Yeah.
for you. Hey, we're always looking for guests to come on the show. If you know someone who might be interested, it's very easy. Contact us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. It doesn't matter what community you live in. We want to hear from you during these times. We'll do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home and office. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization you'd like to share your information with us in the surrounding communities. If so, contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Podcast.
Hey, special thanks to Denise Stabley running for Garden City Council. Boy, she did a great job. She was really happy to come on the show for people to put a face with the voice and the name. And I hope you guys learned a lot about her. And she'll be coming back, I'm sure. Once again, you can contact her at Denise Stabley 4GCCC@gmail.com. And that's the number 4. So check that out. And also check out her Facebook page at Friends of Denise Stabley. You can check that out. Thanks to Joe Bowd. Geez, so Pete. Thanks to Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. Remember to contact Joe at 734-523-8291. He's located at 29217 Ford Road in Garden City for all your tax needs. Did I mention
Only 2.5 weeks.
What?
Only 2.5 weeks before the filing deadline.
Right. Thanks, Kim, for joining us. You have a great night, and I hope that you're doing well. And we will see you April 21st, I believe. Right, Mike? Couple weeks.
Yes.
Okay. So have your questions ready for Kim Marquette. Also, a big thank you to my fantastic co-hosts, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski and Kiwanis president, Mike Jones. How much longer are you president, Mike? Do you know?
I'm exactly 6 months, halfway through my term.
Okay.
And I haven't lost the gavel yet.
Yeah, because I heard where you keep it. Nobody
Yeah.
goes to get it.
I got this little pouch on my sweatshirt that I tuck it in.
Okay.
Nobody's been able to get it out of there. I don't know what I'm going to do when it gets to be. Tom gives us some warm weather in July or whatever, June, and
Exactly.
sweatshirt is not exactly going to be appropriate at that time.
That's what's going to happen. We're going to go right into the summer heat. We're not even going to have a spring, I don't think. Not the 70s.
I hope we get a little bit decent weather for
I know.
opening day. I know Patty Fix has got tickets for opening day.
Yeah, that would be nice. Well, you guys do a great job as always. Any final thoughts, Mike, before we go?
No, just
Great show.
wishing people to stay safe and
Yep.
get vaccinated and boosted and keep
Speaking of that,
the numbers down in the hospitals.
did I mention that Mrs. Chat and myself got our second booster today? So
Did you really?
yes.
I've been thinking about it.
Yep. Definitely.
I think it's something we're going to have to do probably every year. It's going to be just like flu shots.
I just wish they could combine the flu and that, and all in one, whatever, Maybe we're working on it. But anyway, get your booster, get your second booster if you're eligible too. So great way to stay safe and keep your family safe.
Right. keep those antibodies up.
Yes.
So if you do get exposed to it, it doesn't become incapacitating and put you in the hospital and on a ventilator.
Exactly. It's not going to prevent you from getting it, but it's going to make it a whole lot easier on you if you have it. So,
right.
Thank you, Sherry Bauer. Appreciate that. We'll see you next week, hopefully. All right. Also, a big thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your time with us. We really appreciate it. Had a lot of great comments in there tonight. A lot of people watching. Really, really good show tonight. Remember, This show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook, so we hope that you'll catch it later at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/GCChat. Also, go to our YouTube channel. Just search for YouTube. Just search for us, GC Community Chat on YouTube. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. And please subscribe, will you, by clicking on the subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. What's that, Mike?
You could binge watch our shows, and that probably gets you to warm weather.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, and we continue to thank all of the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you guys enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. We are praying that relief comes soon so you all can catch a break. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. Don't forget, we like to promote community unity here, so let's be united and support one another. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. And Mike, if you see something,
say something.
Exactly. We need to look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to doppertomsweather.com. It's got a great user-friendly website over there, good information. We will see you right back here next Thursday, April 7th, live on Facebook and YouTube, when our guests will be representatives from the DTE and our very own Garden City Fire Chief, Kathy Harmon. We're going to be talking about how to stay safe during severe weather, so you're going to want to tune into that. So until then, thanks for listening. Have a very safe and wonderful rest of your week. And Mike, good night, buddy.
Good night.
We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.